What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Grand Lakes, with our Let's Play Season 8, Episode number 12. And in the last episode, we started working on one of our university campuses. And in fact, I dropped this in afterwards. The only thing I did was drop in this fountain to change this. The rest of this I built on camera, and I absolutely love the look of it. I think this has a really cool kind of little surrounding area. We need to work on this back here. We need to fill this in with some trees, because it does look a little funny that you just have that wall next to the highway. But that's to reduce some of the sound coming in. Let's actually take a look at that. See how bad the sound is right there. It's not actually that bad. You can see that sound barrier does a huge difference for stopping the spread of the noise from the highway to where it's kind of just barely touching the building, but not too bad. Barely getting into the dorms, but not hopefully too bad. We've got a lot of demand, so we could do a lot of different things today, but I wanted to keep an eye for certain on the universities. At some point, a maintenance episode, one of those things I need to maintain is where we have traffic lights. But let's go look at traffic, because I think the real bad traffic is only in the modern city center right now, I think. A little bit in industry. We know that. We're at 84%, which is not too bad. And we've got a couple spots over here, but nothing that we can really fix, right? Just where people are slowing down. Little things we can do there to improve that, like angle that in a little better. But traffic-wise, things start to get a little slow getting on the highway there. And then over here is where it gets really bad. So we've got to do something different here. There's just too much happening on this roundabout. Maybe what we could do. Let's test something out, because I'm pretty sure I know something I'm messing up here. Let's widen the roundabout. So where it's 2, let's make it 3. Where it's 1, let's make it 2. So we'll do 3 like that. And then we'll drop it down. Is this the 2-lane highway? This is the 2-lane highway. We'll do that. Just to support more traffic coming through here. Do we do 2 lanes to exit? Sure. I don't think we need it there. But how bad's the traffic coming in? Let's see if that does anything. I don't know that it will. But let's throw it on 3 times speed. This is definitely something I have to work on. I think more of the problem is not necessarily the roundabout itself as it is getting people off. Also, the fact that we have so many people getting on to the roundabout here starts to back it up to where it becomes a problem back there. Let's try the single lane entry. Let's do that. That actually makes more sense. We'll do single lane. We'll do proper lane mathematics here. See if that makes it any better. Really what we need to do is tackle problems like this, right? Where traffic is backing up to slow everything all the way to the roundabout. Unfortunately, part of that is... Do people bypassing? Alright. Well, we'll look at that. We're not going to solve that right here. What we are going to do is dive in and take a look at where our universities are at. And see if there's anything we can do to kind of help push it to the next level. So, we've got the students... Not waste any time. It looks like what we're waiting on is simply the academic works. So let's go take a look at our other university and see what's going on over here. We need campus attractiveness. So that, let's pause, because we're about to finish an academic year. And if all we need to do is campus attractiveness, that one's easy. So trade school campus area, groundskeeping. So let's throw another one of these groundskeepers. I'm pretty sure we had one of these already. So I think we can throw multiple in there. I don't think we've done the outdoor study hall yet. Or the gym. We'll come back in and reorganize some of this stuff after the fact. And make sure that we don't have duplicates, but... I think that will give us the push that we need for campus attractiveness over the next level. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so let's let this year round out, and we'll at least hit the next level on our trade school, which is good. So let's play at 3 times speed. That bar looks really close, but sometimes it's further off than we think it is. So give this a minute, and we'll hit the next level on the Hemlock Career Institute, which, by the way, needs a new name badly. So for those of you that know, Grand Lakes, the city Grand Lakes, and Grand Lakes University is built off of an idea from Back to School, an old Rodney Dangerfield movie. I want to say 1984. If you know of a good rival school from a movie that you'd like to see, let me know in the comments down below. It could be like a bad guy. Who's the bad guy university? Who's the other university that we don't want to root for? Who's the fear tech of Grand Lakes? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so this year we are renowned. We were previously recognized. And Grand Lakes University also is now renowned, previous recognized. So let's pause it. Let's make today all about seeing what's in our universities and getting them up to speed with what we've unlocked. So bear with me a minute. I'm going to do a quick little inventory here. We've got stuff, obviously, like police and fire, which are just kind of covering some... Why do they drive cars out of the subway? Did you bring your car into the subway? They really need like an underground parking garage asset tied to these. It just doesn't make any sense for people to pull cars out of their pockets as they're coming out of the subway. Like, at least over here, that guy, like, kind of, his car appeared out of the grass. This one, like, they drove it right up the stairs out of the subway. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. University tab, here we go. So let's do a quick inventory, see what we've got here. So we've got the main administration building. We dropped in the study hall. These are all dorms. That is a cafeteria. This is the School of Law. These are all dorms. Outdoor study hall. Another cafeteria. The gym. The futsal club. Groundskeeping. And I think that's it. So let's see what we haven't dropped in yet. So you can't drop in more than one administration building, but you can drop in lots of dorms. We've got the study hall, the groundskeeping, futsal club, outdoor study, and the gym, and the cafes. Okay. University fountain, I did drop in. That was the piece that I put in the center here. So this should be all new to us then. So university library. I think we're going to get one more street in here. Let's do that. Right, I can't go over one. Yeah, okay. So if we wanted to, we could do something like this. Let's just connect this up to the end, and then we'll connect this as close as it will let us, and then we'll delete these little extra pieces of street. We can connect the sidewalks after. Let's see what we can cram in here. So University Library, pretty sizable building. We'll line it up. Let's see. Do you want to line it up this way? Yeah, it fits. It fits pretty good in that space. So let's do it like that. Got the math club. Can we put that right across the street? That'd be perfect. Commencement. Get that over here. Kind of like right like that in the center. Come on. Like that. There we go. That could work. All right, academic statue. So that could be something to consider. If we could cram it in somewhere around here, that may not be bad also. Or we could go across the street from the entrance. Not in campus area. So that's the last building that we have unlocked in that wave, at least. Let's expand this campus area out to where it covers the rest of the street just for the heck of it. We can always tighten that up later. But that lets us zone over there. Or not zone. Drop buildings over there that would otherwise not let us. So I think it's okay to have like an academic statue across the street if it would let us snap there. It's not going to let us snap there, is it? I'd like to go kind of right there in the middle of the... All right, let's see. Let's see what it looks like over here. We can always move it. Here's the before. I don't think it's going to stay here. I don't think it's going to stay here. So let's just see. It's actually not that bad. If we had 4 of them, it would make a lot more sense. Maybe we can move police. Let's move this real quick. Do we move this just slightly off campus like that? And then we can move our statue over here, where it's kind of on the middle of this block for now, on the entrance block. That's fine. And then I did notice, way at the end, we unlocked another school. And these things are huge. Which one is this? School of Medicine. So actually, let's look at what we dropped in first. We dropped in the School of Law. This increases campus attractiveness, requires crime rate and police department upkeep is reduced throughout the city for the School of Law. This one, the School of Medicine, allowing city healthcare to run more efficiently with increased ambulance count and patient capacity. Increases campus attractiveness, requires university area. So let's see. Where can we get this? This is a big one. So like we should put that there and find another spot for the outdoor study hall. Which I think, let's do this. This doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. Let's bring the footpath kind of as close as we can. It's not going to let me do that, so will it let me do that? So it'll do that. So let's close that off, and then that way we can zone something a little bit over here, like this outdoor study hall. We'll try and put it kind of right smack in the middle there. And then I think we can connect some of these footpaths up now. I think I'd done the tree line everywhere else except for right there, so I think every other path on the entire campus was tree lined. Looks like it was. Okay. Can we get these connected up? Because that would be kind of cool. I think if we connect that, it breaks that connection to the sidewalk. So we won't do that. Did those not connect up? I thought those connected up like the pedestrian paths did. Since they don't, we'll just delete that then. That's okay. All right. So, back over here. I don't know where, if anywhere, we're going to be able to fit the third school. So maybe what we'll have to do is put it kind of on this block and reshape this entrance. So instead of curving up, maybe it'll kind of bow down. I don't know. We can make some room for it. We'll figure that out when we get there. So that's everything for Grand Lakes campus. Grand Lakes University. We've thrown everything in at this point. Let's shift our view over to the one we need a new name for. Hemlock Career Institute. So, like I said, if you've got a rival school from a movie or work of fiction that we should consider for the other college name, let me know. We could always just make it nice and simple. Make it like, Grand Lakes University, Grand Lakes State. But if you've got any better ideas, like a Fear Tech or something like that, again, let me know down there. All right, so back over here, we obviously have the main administration building. We also have plenty of dormitories. We have a study hall. That's the gym. Oh, these actually say what they are. Cafeteria, that's nice. Is this the study hall? Does it not say study hall on it, or does it say it in the front where I can't read it in the shadows? That's the study hall, right? Let me interact with it. Study hall, okay. This is the book club groundskeeping. Outdoor study hall. So it should be basically the same equivalence. Okay. We did the gym. We did the calf. Did we do a fountain? How big is this thing? I don't think that we did. So we'll do this kind of right across from the main entrance. That's fine. Library we can do over here on this corner. As close as we can get. It works for me. The IT club fits right in between. That works for now. We can always move this stuff around, so we're just kind of seeing what we need space for. This isn't going to be the final design over here for sure. We're a little bit closer to kind of final design over here. We're kind of laying it out a little bit more like a campus. This was one that we built out of necessity, and then I'm kind of bolting stuff on. Academic statue. And then we haven't unlocked any of that yet. Have we unlocked another school? Oh, we have 2 schools that we haven't put in. So police academy. Increasing patrol car count, jail capacity, and police department efficiency. Okay. Let's connect this road through here. Before we do that. That looks good. I want to work off the angle over here so that we can make a nice tight right angle. So that we can do something like this. Okay, so this has to go on the lengthwise road. Let's bring one more road out then. Because this is going to be a lot of wasted space if we don't. Let's see if we can fit it there. Hopefully we can. Oh, yes, perfect. Okay, let's do that. And then for our next school, let's see how much more room we need. So we'll delete this middle block for now. We'll put that kind of right in the center. Gives us some room on both sides to run some footpaths by there if we want later on. Didn't even look at what that one was, by the way. School of Tourism and Travel, but we're putting it in. Income from all commercial zones is increased. Nice. So let's let it play at 3 times speed. We'll see what that did to our budget. I think I mentioned in the last episode, but when we're having problems over here, like when power gets disconnected, this really tanks our budget over here. This is cranking out some money for our city. I'm assuming this is on its way also. Let's take a quick look. Integrity Farms. Information. Workers until next level. Okay, we need some more worker slots. And we've got the resources. Geez, do we just need workers? We might just need workers. Let's get a couple more. Can we get a couple more tree fields in here? Probably can. Let's come right around the backside with a road. Like that. I mean, you don't want them turning there at the intersection though, so let's do that. And let's see if we can get a couple fields in there. So I dropped in, I think these, I might have done this offline, I don't know. Dropped in some sapling fields, did some barracks, but we're a little shy on workers, so let's do either some more trees. I think the saplings make the exact same thing, right? Yeah, they all output raw timber, so it doesn't really matter. I think this looks a little more the part. Can we get, yeah, I didn't think we could get it all the way out there. Okay, not in industry area, so let's round out our industry area just a little bit over here. These fields should give us enough. I'm thinking that'll kind of push us over the edge for workers in the zone. We'll do that. Still got to, I think, do some security fences around this at some point. Keep the unwanteds out. What's the difference here? These, I like the look of these better. This is a greenhouse, okay. This is just regular sapling field, so yeah, let's do the greenhouse approach. I like the look of it better. All right, so let's see what that does for our worker count. I think as soon as we'll get workers, we should level up. There we go. So let's let this run. Oh, wait a minute. While that's happening, did we give grants at both of our schools? I don't feel like we did. Funding granted for scientific study. What's going on over here? Funding granted for IT and engineering. Okay. What do we need for our next level? I didn't actually look at that either. 9 of 18. So we just need to wait a year, basically, and hope that our students don't drop below 1,200 in that time. Over here, we need 2 academic works and not to drop below 1,200. So capacity-wise, 14 of 6,100 capacity, so we're not worried there. Wasting some money on dorms there. And then this one is 15. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll have to back down our dorms at some point or move a whole bunch more people in. One or the other. Because we're wasting money if not. This was, I guess, a historical building that I marked. And that's why it isn't getting rebuilt. I think. Because if that's zoned and we have enough demand of each, that should fill up in no time. I would think. We have a little, what is this? Leisure? Little leisure spot over here. Little commercial spot over here. We've got, of course, the casino. Casino would be a shame if our tax revenue happened to dip into the red. We might come ask to borrow some money, just like you're borrowing money from the citizens of Grand Lakes and the surrounding areas. So keep that in mind if the bulldozer comes knocking. We may need some money for some projects. The town bank's a little light at 6.3 million, if you catch my drift. Huh? All right. Where are we at? So universities, we'll kind of just let those keep doing their thing. We need to move some people in. That's our biggest demand right now. So in order to keep the university growing, we might want to make sure we've got enough people. Do we connect this? Okay, let's do this. We'll have kind of this little access road over here. A little bit like that. A little something just to connect that neighborhood. And then what we could do is let's zone off over here next to the university. Let's be smarter about our power lines. Let's pause it so that we can kind of get right up on the highway there with the zoning. So let's do that. We'll come back and clean the power lines up at some point. But that should build right up. There we go. We'll throw some trees in here for now. Just, again, a little bit of a buffer. A little bit of a visual separation. All right. Trees I will detail offline. It's a lot easier with a brush on the PC. But, again, just to give you a little bit of visual separation, a little bit of idea of, you know, this is kind of a back road that gets into the university. I don't suspect we'll see a lot of traffic using that, especially since, have we declared? We should probably declare these two as Old Town, if we didn't already. Did I do that over here also? What's the Old Town logo? I don't think I did that over here. I did not. So that'll keep cars from kind of coming through there if they don't need to. Which means that they should still use this exit for getting to and from the university. If they're going to travel by car, hopefully they're going to travel by subway instead. But only time will tell. Let's see. Let's just double check, make sure. So, academic works. Let's burn some money this year and increase our chances at getting those 2 academic works. Increase our reputation, which lets us earn more money. So, I'll keep an eye on the schools, and what I think I'm going to do is either move some of these in to different areas of the town or move them someplace else and make room for one more good-sized suburban neighborhood over here. I think what we could do is eventually we'll convert this to some kind of clover leaf or add another exit. I don't know. But this clover leaf can kind of support these four little townships. Not townships, they're just big neighborhoods. But I want to put another one here, but I also want to extend that to over here and kind of maybe we'll buy this tile and just get one more exit in over here to kind of support things so that we don't have to do. It's a little ugly, it's a custom one, but it works. But so that we don't have to do like another cloverleaf style interchange crammed in over there. I think that would be good. And at some point we need to kind of revisit and rethink kind of what's happening over here, because this was really just kind of slammed together. This isn't kind of staying. The growth is, and we'll have, you know, the shift from low density to high-rise band to non-high-rise band to the really tall financial stuff over here before it tapers off. I've got a vision for it. It's just making it all work and finding time for it. So hopefully today gave you some ideas or inspiration. I don't know. It's good to catch up on the town. Good to toss some ideas that I'm thinking about, letting you know kind of where the series is going. But let me know what you want to see. What do you like so far in Grand Lakes? What do you want to see more of? What project have I been putting off way too long? Perhaps, you know, the actual university build on this island. But we've got another university build happening over here, and I like it a lot. We've got to separate it with some trees and finish those highway barriers. But as a standalone piece of the city, I kind of like it. It's a little close to Tegrity Farms, but it works. It works. We could always move that out somewhere. But so far, if we take a look from way back here, this is, you know, this is kind of what I was envisioning. We only have 9 tiles on console, so we can't go crazy kind of building in this entire space. And I think what made the most sense was to pick one side of the river. Of course, I picked the side of the river without the train tracks. You can see the train tracks over there. So unfortunately, the best we can do is internal rail systems, but this is kind of that vision I had for kind of a city on the border, if you will, somewhere. I mean, I'm thinking major metropolitan northern city myself, but I don't know. It really is just a mash together of ideas. So again, hopefully you're finding some inspiration or some ideas. Hopefully you've got a sense of kind of what I'm doing, but maybe it'll be clearer in a few more episodes. I still don't know how I feel about this transition from the higher density to the lower density, and specifically into those neighborhoods that are the European suburbia. You know, I don't know if this is any better transitioning into this. It does seem to have some more varied sizes and certainly larger buildings, which I think would be a better transition before we got into the smaller European suburbia stuff. So I might move this at some point, but I'll also want to move this around. I'd want to change it around because it should be the older part of town, and you should be able to kind of see that in the infrastructure when you look at the city from above. So it's still a lot of disjointed ideas, but it's starting to come together in small ways, and I think the university campus is one of those things. This one's pretty close. We're still going to need to figure out if we can cram one more massive school. Hopefully we can right in there. Then the other challenge is, if we want these two teams to compete against each other, we haven't put any sports complexes in yet. So that is still something for down the road. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you're having a great week. Check back on Mondays and Fridays for the Let's Play. Right now, Wednesdays is kind of a Rockdale 2.0 thing. If you know what that means, great. And if you don't, check out that series. I'm rebuilding and reimagining my very first city from Season 1 Let's Play. And that was a console build. I've grown a lot as a builder since then, so I'm kind of taking some of these simple concepts that I defined the city on and kind of expanding out. And it's more about the theory of building rather than the step-by-step. So check it out. It's a little bit different from the Let's Plays. If you did enjoy this video, likes, comments, and shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. I say it every episode, but I can't say it enough. It does help the channel a lot, and it is greatly appreciated. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord if you want to get involved in the discussion. If you'd like to support the channel, there's links to that and all those other things in the description down below. Subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell to get notifications for updates in this and other series. And until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.